hitting start.
You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
All writers are prone to becoming so attached to our characters and stories that we struggle to see why a passage may not be working. It takes another set of eyes to help us nurture our writing to full maturity. At Black Wolf Editorial Services, we strive to enable writers to develop and grow, shaping stories into masterpieces that can stand the test of time. Editing services are provided for all genres and all age categories. Services range from critiques of a short story through to line edits of a full-length novel and copy editing for those preparing for publication. We also offer assistance on generating a writer's bio for your website, as well as help with those book blurbs and promotional material. We won't abandon you to the masses. We want to celebrate with you in your successes. Black Wolf Editorial Services, nurturing your writing into maturity. For a full list of services and prices, visit us at blackwolfeditorial.com.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control over your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problems now by calling the experts at Tax Mediation Services and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. Tax Mediation Services is accredited by the Better Business Bureau. Call now for a free case review and a price protection guaranteed quote.
Call Tax Mediation Services now at 800-610-9050. That's 800-610-9050. 800-610-9050. 800-610-9050.
Game on, where progressives fear us and rhinos tremble. Welcome to the political jungle. I'm JD.
This is Stacy. No one is safe. No one is spared.
Lock up the children.
And the old folk.
Welcome to the world of liberservative conservatarians.
I tell you there, Edith, ever since that young Greek couple moved in next door, I can't sleep so good. I was watching the Olympics there last night. I think Jefferson might like these things. It was amazing. They got colored fellas, chinos. They got the Mexicans there, too, huh? But, you know, they don't win nothing because every one of them that can run, jump, and swim is already here. Good Tuesday evening, August 9th, 2016, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I can't believe Archie said that. JD and Stacy, game on, part of that Conservative Commandos radio network on the new KLRN Radio. Welcome back to all our political geeks, freaks, and back alley sneaks. Hey, everybody right now. Within the sound of my voice, you know exactly what to do. Get over to KLRNradio.com. Get in that chat room. Say hello to Stacy. Say hello to the smartest, up latest that night, still drinking from the morning before naked is wrong. Keep your pants on, oy vey schmear. Listening political radio audience in the business, baby. JD and Stacy, we're back, and we're your Radio Lucifer. Hi, America. How's you? Stacy and I are doing just fine here on that new KLRN radio. Not Lucifer, baby, but two of the radio gods. Tonight we're going to be talking the state of the down ballot and why right now Mayor Quimby is a pair of really, really heavy cement shoes. The MSM goes all Praetorian God. What's Praetorian God? JD and Stacy, stick around, Bob, and we'll tell you to shield Hillary, nonsense in the world, and much, much more. But it's Tuesday night, kids. I know your week sucks, so why don't you get yourself all juiced up? Remember,
Remember, guys, we're not just live Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard here on the new KLRN Radio. We do it again live Thursday nights, 9 p.m. for some more Game On. Sunday mornings, we're live again at 11 a.m. Curing your mainstream media hangover. Friday, we do a little show. 5 p.m. drive time. Big whoop. Want to fight about it? Little media market called Philadelphia on that 1360 AM WNWNWNJC. After the show, Hoop will stick around for the boss, that Ricky Tiki Tavi, Rick Robinson, taking you to the top of the 11 o'clock Eastern hour with that Jennifer Homestead in America Off the Rails. After that, Hooples, you get 10 people. Have them come over your house like a weird, sexy Tupperware party. Get over to Facebook, find our show page. You and your 10 friends, before you do your weird, freaky Tupperware party, baby, you make sure you like that page. After that, Hooples, until we're live again Thursday night at 9 p.m. here on KLRN, you get over to Spreaker.com, your hash brown JD and Stacey, JDANDSTACEY. Find out a catalog of everything we've been doing here, and we want to thank everybody for our now over 10,000 downloads just since we've been here over on KLRN. Good evening, baby.
Good evening.
Listen, Peanut Gallery, I don't need any of your comments. I understand with the audio. I got it, okay? I got it from the boss. That's why I've just given up at this point. We'll have good ones by Thursday, I promise. You know what's really funny, though? That's a pay-for ad. Like, somebody cuts that and gets paid for that. For those of you hear our new ad breaks, we have
really?
Oh, yeah, we have the one that
You should start doing that for charging.
Oh,
you do awesome audio.
There's the one with the first one that comes out. It sounds like a British woman, but it sounds like a British woman trying to do the commercial on a Bronx subway like loud. So for those of you who have ever taken
No, I thought you were typing, and I'm like, what the heck are you doing?
No, that's just like the world's worst commercial. So welcome to the new KLRN, baby.
Okay, terrific.
Where we got great content and awful commercials. How's your day, baby?
My day has actually been pretty good. Pretty good. All the pro-Trump accounts on Twitter have finally followed me, so I've been called a Hillary supporter all day long, and now I just laugh about it. It's really rather funny.
Oh, who cares?
I know.
Honestly,
I know.
The Mayor Quimby's fake Twitter army really doesn't concern me, you know.
I just like making fun of them. That's all.
It's the other people who should know better that's justifying this nonsense that gets you like, ugh.
Ugh. Yeah, I know. I actually started using one of their hashtags. He may yell at me later, so.
Oh, you know, I'm not. JD's told everybody before, the Olympics are garbage. They're just garbage. I'm not a big Olympic fan at all. Half the sports in the Olympics, you can smoke a cigarette while you're doing. That is red flag number one. If you can smoke a cigarette while you're doing it, it's not an Olympic sport, all right? Oh, and by the way, parents out there, please make sure you sit down with your children tonight and have a very serious conversation with them and let them know that if you look at Michael Phelps, if they ever smoke pot, they'll never be able to achieve anything.
But come on, I having been involved in that sport for years and years and years, I have got to say Michael Phelps is amazing.
Michael Phelps is the best endorsement for weed right now that you can find anywhere.
Oh, my God. Well,
come get the Michael Phelps Collector's Edition Weedy Box, man. ID, man. Guaguan.
Don't criticize it.
Okay, terrific.
No, but I mean, in all seriousness, right? I mean, come on. This is his fourth Olympics, and supposedly the Olympic Committee forbid folks on Twitter and social media from making any gifs of the Olympic events. There was one in my timeline or something this morning when I woke up that made me laugh so hard. It's when he won the gold medal last night against some other guy that was favored to win. And it actually has him, it has it Photoshop Michael Phelps giving the guy the finger and then choking him. It's hysterical.
That was the longest setup of a visual to describe on radio that I've ever heard in my life. We all apologize for the audience. We'll never get that 30 seconds back again.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But this is great. This is great. Oh,
I've had a crush on Michael Phelps since before we found out he was a pothead.
I got to tell you something, kids. If you ever smoke that marijuana, you'll never do anything in life. I could be a 5-time 400 gold medal Olympic champion. Yeah, but besides that, I can smoke crack and be mayor of D.C. Yeah, besides. What did we learn tonight on Game On? Do drugs and they'll take you to dizzying heights.
Wow. Sometimes.
Oh, that was all for.
We're gonna change this. We're gonna change the name of this show from Game On to More Bell.
To More Bell? No, all the drug reference. Drugs get you hooked. They get you hooked.
Hookah chaka, hookah, hookah, hookah chaka, hookah, hookah, hookah chaka, hookah, hookah.
Does that mean because you're playing this clip, I can't stop. Got high before the show?
No, well, I mean, that's
Okay, terrific.
taking the under on that on any show is generally a safe bet. However, all right, let's move over on to. It wasn't Sunday. Was it Thursday or Tuesday? Or sometime last week, we were talking about Mayor Quimby's really, really awful, super, not so good upside down week, right?
Yep.
Now,
we were. He had a terrible week, and now he's starting another one.
And look, I myself.
Anybody who thought he was going to read off a teleprompter was just wrong.
Myself, the Greek gods on Olympus, the mobster, there is nobody, God, Yahweh, and Allah, sitting in a 3-seat dinghy rowing up to this guy's front door, couldn't help him. So I have checked out on trying to figure out what Mayor Quimby's up to. And if you ask the Trumpkins, this collapse is all part, wait for it, of the most Machiavellian, wait till you see it come back landslide. And I'm at the point, I feel sorry for these people. Like, I almost feel like telling them, blink 3 times from your Twitter account if somebody has you hostage in your house. I mean, good God.
No. You know what? The way that the core supporters have behaved, the things that some of them have done, I do not feel one bit sorry for them at all.
No, I don't. But to be fair, like I said, I can no longer help Mayor Quimby figure out what the game plan is. So we'll comment on it from time to time. I'd rather see a Republican in the White House than not. I can't vote for Mayor Quimby. This third-party guy, yeah, great. Everybody's running to him. I swear to God, the conservatives are going to vote for the last guy to announce. Some guy announces the Friday before the election that goes, if you write in Bob for president because I like the Constitution. You watch Bob get like 30%. So whatever the taste du jour is, Gary Johnson's out there taking peyote while Bill Weld smokes bongs and comes out and just says obscene things. However.
Well, no, I mean, they're literally trying to bounce conservatives. I mean, they are taking non-libertarian positions to make sure we don't come anywhere near them.
However. As much as I can't help Mayor Quimby, and I'm just here to comment on whatever shenanigans goes on, may he win or lose. Have at it, fella. God bless. Maybe you and Manafort are the smartest people out there. What I cannot turn my eye to, what I cannot abide, and I will be somebody who is not a Trump supporter, who is going to bang the drum on this as loudly as I do about Mayor Quimby, the media, the mainstream media, even parts of the conservative media. It's not even that they're biased. It's not even that they're the thumb on the scale. They're corrupt. They are corrupt. They are absolutely corrupt. Is Donald Trump a walking Saturday Night Live skit of a presidential candidate? Absolutely. Is it the press's job to perpetuate him being a Saturday Night Live skit? No, they don't have to. He does it very well on his own. However, what the press's job is, or what it's supposed to be, allegedly, are to be fair arbiters and to present to the public the news of the day and what's going on. Now, Stacey and I have both had insane weeks, and again, we thank the audience for putting up with some of our schedule changes that we've had. I didn't have all the prep time in the world when I was looking at Hillary for a week. Tom Cotton, Hillary Clinton discussed executed Iranian scientist on email. She talked about a yoga too, JD. Yeah, okay, all right. So Kankles on her Gmail account, on her Hello Kitty phone or whatever she was using from the group home after she fell down and hurt her head, is out here sending emails around willy-nilly with the names of people who are conducting espionage in the name of the United States. He was hung. Was it last week? No. Can I sit here and tell you that she's the reason for throwing around the emails Daddy was hung? No, I can't. People making that argument, they do us side a disservice. But I'll tell you what. It's a hell of a story. I heard about Mitt Romney possibly pinning a guy down 50 years ago and cutting his hair. What else did you find, JD? Let's see, from the New York Times. Parents of 2 Americans killed in Benghazi attack, sue Hillary Clinton. In the wrongful death suit, Patricia Smith and Charles Woods charged that the attack that killed 4 Americans, including their sons Sean Smith and Tyrone Woods, quote, was directly and proximately caused at a minimum by Mrs. Clinton's use of a private email server. What else did you find? How about Mr. Mateen? Who's Mr. Mateen? I wouldn't blame you for not knowing his name, because 50 people, citizens of your country, were murked in an Orlando nightclub, and we couldn't stop talking about that fast enough. Mateen is the father of the Durka jihadi jerk-off who shot those people. He's the idiot that you saw for about 48 hours with his Al Jazeera videos going Allah, whatever. He is sitting. Now, can I sit here and say that Hillary and Bill Clinton drove to his house and asked him there? But at an Orlando rally, whether it was her or the DNC, the father of a terrorist who killed 50 Americans, he didn't have some walk-in general admission seating. He had VIP seats. This is something that any 4-year-old can find in 5 minutes on the Googles, and nothing from the press. I'm hearing about the baby. I'm hearing about Trump's a racist. I'm hearing about Trump's... Listen, the American people will listen to Donald Trump and come to their own conclusions about whether he's unhinged or just how unhinged he is. I mean, am I wrong with getting upset about how corrupt it is that none of this is being spoken about?
Well, yeah, but I think, when you start talking about the conservative media, and again, we have folks on our side of the house that do things that are just as ridiculous. There was an article. I mean, the story on Mateen was broken, okay, and that by a local news station. So a local news station in Orlando who's vested in the whole happenings, they're part of that community. They followed him to a gas station and continued to ask him questions. He said he had no contact with the Hillary campaign and he can join any campaign that he would like, and he thinks Hillary's good for America. I think, to me, taking a look at that, and you generally buy tickets to those events, the fact that nobody knew who he was and she's supposedly protected by Secret Service and he got that close is terrifying. Do you know what I mean? That's just sloppy stuff.
This goes back to the disaster that the Secret Service has become in the Obama years. That's a separate story. Stacey, I am sitting here, and I know that you have more. I have more off the top of my head I haven't thought about. Within the last week, I am looking at 3 stories that we could do a month worth of shows on. Parents of 2 Americans killed in Benghazi attack sue Kankles. Kankles, or the DNC, or the Florida DNC, invites the terrorist who shot 50 people in the Pulse nightclub to the event to sit behind Kankles so close that he could smell her old lady stink. Tom Cotton, Clinton discussed executed Iranian scientist on email. You're saying he killed? No, I'm not saying she hung him, you idiots. What I am saying is that this here alone could sink a Republican candidate. They'd be banging these 3 stories they'd be banging the drum on these 3 stories from now until November.
Oh, I totally agree. And this became terribly apparent during the DNC leak by WikiLeaks. Now, do I love WikiLeaks? No. Do I think Assange absolutely has an agenda? Of course I do. Good God. But those emails are authentic. Okay. Debbie Wasserman Schultz lost her job. 3 other senior staffers have been fired.
She got a promotion.
Okay, she got quid pro quo. When I take a look at that, are there some maybe interactions with platforms that really don't surprise me? Well, MSNBC, of course not. And there are journalists at Fox News and journalists at CNN and journalists at NBC and ABC. Like, I like Major Garrett. I think he's the real deal, okay? I like Brett Baer. I think he's one of the best journalists on TV.
I liked him.
I actually gave Jake Tapper the benefit of the doubt until that came up.
Until what came up?
Until the DNC leaks. He was in them.
Yeah.
I mean, I never gave the New York Times a break and a couple of the other ones. I mean, you just knew there was some kind of communication going on. But to know that editors and writers and people who conduct interviews were clearing stories with the DNC before they were clearing them with their editorial staff, to know that interviewers were clearing questions with the DNC before they conducted the interview. I mean, that is unconscionable in what is supposed to be the Fourth Estate.
The fourth estate. I love the fourth estate. That's like the guy or the girl that tells you, "Oh yeah, what's your background? I'm from Persia." I'm from Persia. What is this? An Indiana Jones movie? They're playing with a red light in Persia. You're Iranian. Do not give me this nonsense. They're not objective. They never were objective. Did
you really know who Walter Cronkite voted for? Dan Rather. In his early years, when you tuned into the nightly news, it reported what happened, not what people felt about it.
Well, that's because
you have Fox News, MSNBC, CNN, not so much the major news networks, except for their AM programming, who masquerade things like Hannity and Maddow as news. They're not news. They never have been. They're opinion shows.
Every reporter out there is the same as every infomaniac I ever met. All they want is a little access. Coming back. We're going to explain to you the state of the down dollar race, why Mayor Quimby is taking them down like a pair of cement shoes. But first, we're going to pay a couple of bills. We have to. We got a new website we want you to check out, klrnradio.com. Get over there right now. Get in that chat room. JD and Stacey going to pay a couple of bills here on the new station. The station's so new, so big. Hey, for all you know, we might even be paying Diamond Dave for the royalties. We'll be right back.
One break coming up.
In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 800-696-1030. Again, 800-696-1030. That's 800-696-1030. 800-696-1030.
You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
All writers are prone to becoming so attached to our characters and stories that we struggle to see why a passage may not be working. It takes another set of eyes to help us nurture our writing to full maturity. At Black Wolf Editorial Services, we strive to enable writers to develop and grow, shaping stories into masterpieces that can stand the test of time. Editing services are provided for all genres and all age categories. Services range from critiques of the short story through to the line edits of the full-length novel and copy editing for those preparing for publication. We also offer assistance on generating a writer's bio for your websites, as well as help with those book blurbs and promotional material. We won't abandon you to the masses. We want to celebrate with you in your successes. Black Wolf Editorial Services, nurturing your writing into maturity. For a full list of services and prices, visit us at blackwolfeditorial.com.
Like a commercial for the deaf.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control over your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank account, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problems now by calling the experts at Tax Mediation Services and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. Tax Mediation Services is accredited by the Better Business Bureau. Call now for a free case review and a price protection guaranteed quote.
Call Tax Mediation Services now at 800-610-9050. That's 800-610-9050.
Welcome back, truckers, suckers, and bad mother. JD and Stacy here. Game on, part of that Conservative Commandos radio network on that new KLRN radio. Hey, everybody, right now, you know exactly what to do. I don't know what to do, JD, to take a tab of acid, Bob, and listen to what I say. Get over to KLRN radio right now, rnradio.com. Get in that chat room. Say hello to Stacy. Say hello to the smartest, up, latest all-night political radio audience in the business. Remember, guys, we're not just here live on KLRN Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. We do it again Thursdays at 9, Friday with a 5 p.m. drive time lead on WNJC 1360 AM, serving that Philadelphia, Southern Jersey, Northern Delaware. But we're not done, kids. We're that busy. We do it again Sunday morning live 11 a.m. Carrying your mainstream media hangover. After the show, kids, stick around for the boss, that Ricky Ticky Tavi Rick Robinson, America Off the Rails, him and Jen Holmstead, taking the top 11 Eastern hour. Give it a Facebook, like our page, 510 friends, have them like it too. And then, Hooper, what do we do then, JD? You get over to Spreaker.com, hashtag JD and Stacy, JDANDSTACEY, and then you listen to the last things we've been doing here until we're live again, and welcome back. Oh, there is something that I wanted to mention at the top of the show that I have forgotten. So for those of you who are Michael Myers fans, so I married an axe murderer, if it's no Scottish, it's crap. The Olympics are crap, okay? I don't care, Scottish, Greek, or whatever. However, Stacy, have you heard this story? I'm not sure whether it was Ledecky, who's one of our big female swimmers, or it was another one. There was some Russian blood, or former Soviet bloc woman. Russia. Hold on. Remember back in the day, they had weightlifters bigger than dudes, and, everybody in the old Soviet Union was just on those really bad, Chernobyl steroids.
Oh, no, I remember that.
So anyway, there's this other broad, now that Putin has taken Russia all the way into the 19th century, they have the new cutting-edge drugs, and they're doing the same thing. So some female swimmer, she's been caught at least twice, drugging and doping, right? This is the Olympics. This is not Major League Baseball, all right? Does it irk me that Alex Rodriguez is still around after? Yeah, it does. These guys, meh, because I don't want to compare to the guys that didn't, but they couldn't get rid of the Russians. They're so shady. So the Russians exercise some rule, whatever, under some codicil, and somehow this Russian broad, who everybody knows dopes, been caught doping twice, really shouldn't be in the Olympics, she gets to swim. And they've been asking the American girl all week, don't you think this is unfair? Don't you? And you want to know what, to her credit, at least from what I've read, the American swimmer has said nothing but, you want to know what? That's what it's going to be. Fine. I'm going to beat her naturally, even if she's on dope. And you want to know what? Last night she beat that Russian and got the gold medal. And I just thought I like the stories. I'm not a big fan of the events, but I thought that. Had you heard that story, Stacey?
I hadn't heard that particular story. I knew an American had one, though she wasn't the favorite. If I'm going to watch anything, I generally watch swimming, but I really haven't even done that.
Oh, no.
No.
Why? Was everybody high because it was like the Michael Phelps party?
No, because I've been going to bed really early and waking up really early. So, yeah. Time differences, and I just, I look for the summaries, and then I'll go back and watch, the world record-breaking swims and stuff like that, but I don't watch the whole thing.
Stop, Trumpkin alert.
Trumpkin alert.
They get their own theme music now when I go, hey, Trumpkins, Handoff Schmeckel, ear on radio, Handoff Schmeckel, ear on radio. So I know Bob was confused in the beginning, and for those of you who went to public school and like to know what a down-ballot race is, a down-ballot race in the presidential election year are basically the local and state races that you're going to be voting for besides the top of the ticket. That's the top of the ticket, Katie and Stacey. That's the president and vice president, you momo. And
that's Mayor Quimby and the Empress of Chappaqua.
And this year, it's going to be a little... As a matter of fact, with the recent polls that have just come out, this is the Republicans' best hopes. And the reason a circus down ballot is going to be the best thing that could happen to the Republicans is because people within our society have changed, and their voting habits have changed, and their voting patterns have changed. If you take a look at how people who voted in your parents' generation, or maybe a generation before that, or maybe even 1, 2, or 3 before the last cycles that came in, you would see people who actually would take seriously who they were voting for locally and at the national level. You
Well,
had
and
a
that's
lot
how
of,
we
wait,
ended
wait,
up
wait, wait.
with
You had
Republican governors and state houses and Obama.
but you don't get a lot of that anymore. You don't see you see less and less tickets splitting every cycle. And this goes back to what we talk about with the jersey wearing. Now, it really doesn't ordinarily matter because the presidential races and cycles have been razor close. And, the greatest minds out there had basically come to the conclusion after the last 3 or 4 cycles that we were going to be in a razor close 2-3 point would be a landslide. Not well, and as much as we don't know what's going to happen in November, that's not where we are now. We have the Republican national nominee, Mayor Quimby, down between 10 and 15 points nationally. Stacey, why don't you give a little primer on why that's important and how that's affecting down-ballot races?
Can you just play the breaking news again?
Oh, sure. Hold on.
Fox programming alert. Donald Trump will be on Hannity tonight at 10 p.m.
Oh, my God.
That's all.
That's like saying there's going to be a pimple on the That's like saying there's going to be a pimple on the fat girl's ass in the morning. I mean that's
I'm sorry.
gimme.
I had to do that. It made me want to laugh out loud.
Oh, my
So,
God.
anyway, basically, we saw something last Friday that gave me great joy and a lot of fun in the social media realm. And that was Mayor Quimby looking like a captured person in a North Korean hostage video endorsing Paul Ryan, Senator John McCain, and Kelly Ayotte. First of all, Ryan actually probably could have done without his endorsement. For all of the large Trump supporter accounts who are only voting for Trump now after he caved because Paul Nealon said so. Last week, Paul Ryan was polling at 80% of the vote, and Nealon was polling at 14%. Nealon went full Trump train early in the race. Trump came in third in that district, and his unfavorables in Wisconsin 1 are huge. Really, the best thing Paul Ryan could have done was just let it roll. But, he did endorse Paul Ryan as the rep from Wisconsin 1 who's Speaker of the House. And just to talk about some of the press and our own conservative press that kind of gets it wrong, no credible poll had Paul Nealon anywhere near Ryan for the entire race. Okay,
well, I mean,
it wasn't even close.
To be fair, they didn't have that for the most part in the guy that knocked off what the hell's his name with the glasses, Canner.
No, they didn't have that with Canner, but that guy also announced in very close proximity to the race and put all of his ads into the last 2 weeks. Nealon's been out there for months.
But I don't want to focus just on Nealon. I mean, Nealon.
No.
Nealon
What I want to say, I'm just doing this. House Speaker Paul Ryan is the clear favorite to win his Wisconsin primary race on Tuesday, but regardless of the outcome, the unexpectedly competitive contest, this is not competitive and it hasn't been. And that's Fox News. I mean, that's not Breitbart. That's Fox.
No, but you want to look. I don't blame the new. If it bleeds, it leads. They're trying to get people to take a look at the story, and it's August of a November presidential race. What they're trying to do is they're trying to make the appearance of a horse race. What I was taking a look at on Real Clear, and when you take a look at whether it's the battleground states right now, where Republicans all of a sudden are, they're no longer in what they call striking distance. They're underwater or they're behind.
We're within the margin of error.
9-12 points. And, it's not that it's funny, but what I don't think the Trump – well, I can't say what the campaign has considered because, as I said in the first segment, I don't think Mayor Quimby listens to anybody except the voices in his head. But where I think the Trump campaign is in a lot of trouble right now is, everybody who is a Trump yeah, but he's not a politician. He's not going to go in there and politicians and a broom and clean them all up. All right, all well and good. If he got elected, maybe he will. However, all of these other folks on these quote-unquote down-ballot races, do you know what they are? They're professional politicians. And do you know what happens if they lose? They have to go get a real job like the rest of us. They don't want to do that. They have a really, really, really good gig. Now, because they are professional politicians, I will guarantee you that now in August, with no come to Jesus moment, because you would have to make a break now, is those campaigns, because of the really, really bad, awful couple of weeks that Mayor Quimby had coming out of the convention where he had a national lead. You and I were there. It was not a bad convention. It was long, but not a bad speech. He has thrown that all away within the last couple of weeks, and what I do not think he understands is that right now, as it stands in August of 2016, with the numbers that the way that they are, these down-ballot politicians on the Republican side do not need Donald Trump more than they need Donald Trump. And when people start paying attention after Labor Day and in October, they're going to have to know where these local candidates stood. And I think for a lot of self-preservation, the only way for these candidates that are getting killed down ballot right now to try and right this ship is to run as far in the opposite direction of the candidate who's dragged them down to this level. If they do that, it won't matter what Trump does himself to try and self-correct. It won't matter. Because now you're going to have a steady drumbeat of the media and Republican politicians added with the Democrats all running in the same direction away from Mayor Quimby.
Well, I mean, what you've got now is, for example, one of the senators he endorsed. And let me go back to this because the primary argument I hear from a lot of people who may not have supported Trump in the primaries but are now supporting him is SCOTUS. Okay, if we don't have the Senate, all right, we don't have a prayer of another Scalia. If we have the Senate, the Dems can still filibuster. So just understand the process. The Senate still confirms the nominees. And when you take a look at us losing the Senate, we'll end up with moderates. That's just the way it is. But Kelly Ayotte was a relatively popular New Hampshire senator. She is now in the latest poll since the endorsement and all the chitter-chatter, down 10%.
And to my point, did you see who today or yesterday came out publicly and said she will not vote for Donald Trump? Not won't endorse, not can't support, not am not there yet, but in August has said, I will not vote for Donald Trump. Susan Collins of Maine.
Yep.
Susan Collins of Maine.
And she's doing just fine.
And that's the same direction that the rest of these lemmings are going to break in. Because, again, it comes down to them not wanting to have to get a real job. Now, there are a couple of different things with Donald Trump and how he's affecting these down-ballot races. I'm not saying this because I think Trump's stupid. I don't. But I think that politically, he does not understand and see the synergy between where he wants to get and who has to help him get there. And I think that between misunderstanding that, and look, the thing back to your SCOTUS point, it's not hard to run away from Trump on SCOTUS because it's not just whether or not we have the Senate. Yes, nobody's really talking about that, and it's a good point. But what it comes down to is, unless you are a dyed-in-the-wool Trumpa-Loompa, does anybody honestly believe he's going to nominate a Scalia or he's going to nominate this? Because I keep hearing the argument from the Trumpkin right about, Supreme Court, if you don't vote for Supreme Court, you kill Jesus and Santa Claus and you put him in a blender. No,
I don't believe it.
Because I honestly, personally, from what I've observed, don't believe he would appoint a justice that's any different from somebody that Hillary would appoint, except maybe who was marginally different around the edges.
Well, and no, I don't believe it, but it's a moot point if you don't start turning your attention to down-ballot races. So, if you take a look at McCain, who he endorsed, over his agenda. All right, Kelly Ward is currently ahead of McCain in the primary by 9 points.
Because McCain is the crypt keeper.
Well, what I'm saying is there's probably not a lot of danger that we're going to lose the Republican seat in Arizona, but there is a significant amount of danger that candidate will not be John McCain.
John McCain is like one of the old Muppets in the balcony who got bit by a raccoon with rabies.
But John McCain has never endorsed Donald Trump, okay? Trump was relatively popular in Arizona. Kelly Ward has kind of aligned herself with him in a classier way than, let's say, Nealon has. Okay? Ayotte endorsed Trump, refused to let go of it even after he was very critical or just downright rude about her. And then her poll numbers dropped 10%. It's like these senators don't even understand the mood in their state. They don't understand who voted for him, who didn't, how that has changed since the primary, and that going down the party line isn't smart. You've got 50 House and Senate Republicans who have no plans to campaign with or for Trump during the entire election. And they don't want to, okay? But we have the opportunity to pick up just one seat. One, Nevada. The horrible, horrible, horrible Harry Reid is retiring. And, Heck is up. He's relatively popular. His Democratic competitor is Harry Reid's handpicked success. Okay, she's been in Nevada government. Heck is a current member of the House of Representatives. All right. Nobody from the GOP is rallying around Heck and using the fact that Harry Reid, who has handpicked this woman, has one of the highest disapproval ratings in the Senate. We have one chance for a pickup, and no resources on a national level are being poured into that state. None.
And before we go, the one thing you want to check out, like, down ballot races are important, but you have to keep your rep accountable. Somebody who's been great on the national level, Ron Johnson. Ron Johnson is great on the conservative side at the national level. Ron Johnson is probably going to lose his seat because he spent all of his time in D.C. and not Wisconsin. It's why Kelly Ayotte flies home, was it once or every other 2 weeks for a town hall meeting, but that might not save her because Mayor Quimby is like, hey, Mayor Quimby is Republican aides in this cycle. We're going to take one more break. We're going to pay for all this new station equipment, the website. Everybody get over there, check out the new KLRNradio.com. Get in that chat room. Buy something if they're selling it. Be back in about 3.5 minutes with some nonsense of the world. JD and Stacey here. Game on, part of that Conservative Commandos radio network on that K98 Talk. Diamond Dave took us out. I think at this point, Stacey and I just speak for ourselves. We'll be right back.
KLRN Radio has advertising rates available. We have rates to fit almost any budget. Contact us at advertising@klrnradio.com.
This is Slickery Trigger for Rebel Road Tactical. With proper care and feeding, your pistol will be ready when you need it, there to save your life. Shouldn't your gear be that good? Whether you need a holster for comfortable everyday carry or a tough-as-nails holster for your next training course, Rebel Road Tactical has what you need. Check us out on the web at rebelroadtactical.com.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-516-7602 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-516-7602 to take your call right now. Call 1-800-516-7602. That's 1-800-516-7602. Again, 1-800-516-7602.
Is debt beating you down? You need discipline. You need the Debt Ninja. If you've been caught in a financial trap and need to be set free, then you need the Debt Ninja.
This is great.
Want to stop those harassing collection calls? Start saving thousands in interest and fees and get out of debt fast? Then you need to call the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja will find the best companies across the country that will help you consolidate all your bills into one easy payment, reduce your payments by 30 to 50%, and get you out of debt fast. If you have unsecured debt of $10,000 or more, such as credit cards, loans, or medical bills, call the Debt Ninja for a free 15-minute consultation.
Call 800-826-1246. 800-826-1246. That's 800-826-1246. Call today.
The Debt Ninja.
18 to 80, blind, crippled, and crazy. Just make sure when you get in the sack, you ain't lazy, baby. JD and Stacey, back game on, part of that Conservative Commandos radio network on the new KLRN radio. Everybody right now, get over, say hello to Stacey. Join the conversation over at KLRNradio.com. Get in that chat room. Remember, folks, we're not just here live Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on KLRN. We're live again Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Sunday, 11 a.m., we do it again. Kill your mainstream media hangover. Back up one, though. We forgot about Friday, 5 p.m. with a drive time leading to Yahoo Sports on that WNJC 1360 AM, serving that Philadelphia, Southern Jersey, Northern Delaware. Yeah, I've already pimped out Facebook. I've already pimped out Spreaker. Hashtag Stacey. The boss has got a show with Homestead. However, am I the only one? Where is it? Am I the only one who thinks that was just the greatest commercial I'd ever heard of all
Everybody
time?
was kung fu fighting.
Stacey, we have a sponsor who's the Debt Ninja. Did you notice at the end, the guy doing the phone number, he can't help himself. He starts talking a little Asian. He's like, 800-635.
I only know one other person who tags themselves as the ninja, and I just gotta walk away.
Oh, we gotta call the Debt Ninja. Oh, we gotta call the Debt Ninja, buddy. You better change your thing. We knew this fella. Not so good did it work out for him.
Something.
What was that? That guy was the guy we knew was the Zez Ninja, not the not the.
Oh my God.
Okay, terrific.
I'm sorry, the Zez Ninja.
You can send all of the email to JD at...
I cannot believe that you just referred to that person as the Zez Ninja on the radio. Oh, my God.
I never did that.
What is wrong with you?
There is so much wrong with you. I can't decide whether to list it alphabetically or in order of numerical importance.
Hold on. We have breaking commentary. Zez Ninja would like to respond.
Hey, where are the white women at?
So with that, should we go straight to the Tinder story?
Just go where? No, we should go straight to print because our radio dates are over.
There we go. There we go. And for that, I would like to thank you. But I guess you'd have to know the head of the radio station in NJC to know that that's probably okay. Anyway. Hi, Rick. Hi, Mr. Trader. Shh. We got you. Anyway. So, shockingly, I'm shocked, JD.
Wow.
An Olympic village that contains an area for video games and a free McDonald's. And I'm not sure why we're feeding our Olympic athletes McDonald's anyway. Okay? Is not sufficient to keep people who are young and in probably the best shape of their lives that they will ever be again interested. So what have we seen a huge increase in?
STDs?
Why Tinder profiles in the square area around the Rio. The figure is actually rising by the day, and people are taking advantage of the feature, which lets them see who is online in the village from anywhere in the world.
Well, of course it's rising. Of course it's rising by the day. Think about how the Olympics are set up, right? How long have the Olympics been going on? A week? 5 days? Who the hell knows?
The number of active users in that time within the radius they defined around the village has shot up by 64%, and the swipes, oddly enough, have soared by 69%.
Giggity, let's have sex.
But
that's pretty much what's going on.
It makes perfect
pretty
sense.
Much what's going on.
Think about how Olympic sports are set up, right? You have the Olympics. Oh, that Olympics, right? And then by day 3, swimming's over. Then the biking's over. And then everybody's just in Rio waiting for the sports that people want to watch to do at the end for the ratings. So this makes sense.
A large recreation area.
A large recreation. Listen, everybody
here. It has video games, music, table tennis, not ping pong, billiards, and a post office and general store and a free McDonald's. This is what they got in Brazil.
Hey, look, I'm going to tell you what. You probably got less of a chance of coming back with something if you bang an Olympic athlete than if you bang anything walking around in Brazil. However, this just does segue into our next feel-good story of the day. This is from WGRZ, which is in, it's in New York. Amherst, New York. That's upstate. Now, where I'm from, everything north of the Bronx is upstate. But so this is the part of New York that really isn't New York, but it's in the States, so it's part of New York. Wow, I got to tell you something.
This is part of New York that is all New York except for the blue dot in the corner.
You got to love Walmart. Walmart is having more issues in their parking lots and parking garages the last week. Last week we had the shady black market beehive transaction that went awry. Possible meth lab found under parking lot. Suspected underground meth lab found in Amherst. Several fire and police agencies are on the scene of an incident. Meth labs are now incidents. An incident outside the Walmart on Sheridan Drive in Amherst. Police, fire, and hazmat crews are investigating a suspected meth lab found where? In a sewer. She was a hooah. In a sewer under the parking lot of the Walmart on Sheridan and Bailey Monday afternoon. It happens all over the country, all over the state. It's out of the ordinary for Amherst. Has it happened before? Yes, said the Amherst police captain. But that poor Walmart. They are now making meth labs under their garages. And with this bass-ackwards litigious society we have, somebody's going to overdose on the Walmart under the garage in the sewer meth lab and probably get to sue Walmart for.
Okay, but here's my question. Do they have it's not the blue light special, that was Kmart, but the happy face, because it's at Walmart, do they have the discount meth and the fire sale meth and the clearance meth? And
no,
I'm wondering if they're adopting Walmart's pricing strategy.
No, what I honestly think, at least for the Walmarts here in New York, if you're I'm going to do this as JD's going to do a public service announcement for all Walmart employees in the New York metropolitan area. If you find out they're operating a meth lab in your Walmart parking lot or under the Walmart garage, go out and do some meth. It's you have got to see these sleeping meat sacks with eyes who English is their 14th language, all right? If there's a meth lab in a Walmart in New York, please send your employees to go do some yips. Now, this is just my heartfelt story of the week. 80-year-old, my people never fail to disappoint. 80-year-old Polish temptress drugged and swindled suitors. From Yahoo.com News. Warsaw, Poland. Polish authorities, there's an oxymoron, have arrested an 80-year-old woman who allegedly drugged and then robbed a string of senior citizens. Suitors she met through newspaper Lonely Hearts average. Oh, my God. See, this is how they got screwed. They didn't move over to the interwebs. Then they just would have been cut up and murdered.
Personal ads still work.
During dinner, the predatory pensioner sprinkled lorazepam, a drug prescribed to treat anxiety, but which induces sleep. Does it? Onto a victim's food. She stole 8,000 zloty, which is 1,800 euros, 2,000 in jewelry. What's the verdict? Awful person or just old lady and we let her go?
Oh, old lady, and let's let it. She didn't really hurt anybody.
She's stealing things from Polish people.
Okay, to me, this is funny. But did you hear the online story of the week?
No.
Dude from somewhere up in the Finnish territory meets Chinese 26-year-old woman online, flies to China, spends 10 days waiting for her in the freaking airport, ends up being hospitalized for exhaustion, and whatever hideous catfish is behind that account basically said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I had plastic surgery scheduled. I did not know you were coming, so I was unavailable, but we will meet in the future."
Oh my God, I can't believe this setup was this easy. So it sounds like to me the punchline was he never got to finish.
Giggity, 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 let's have sex.
Okay, so how did we go from this to like technical global warming?
No, it has nothing to do with global warming. It's just this is the ass bag moron just go kill yourself story of the week on whatsupwiththat.com. Solar physicist sees global cooling ahead. It's all a scam. It's all a scam. Back in the 70s, the front page of Time, we got the ice age coming. The same prescriptions as the crap that we're going to do now. You people want to figure out how to save the world? Let me tell you. You listen to JD and Stacey every time we're on, but unfortunately, the fastest hour in conservative radio is just wrapped up, baby. We want to thank everybody joining us tonight. Old listeners, new listeners, everybody in between. For those of you who are new to the program, this is when I turn to my beautiful and brilliant co-host, and I ask her very, very simply, baby girl, baby girl, baby girl, you got those keys?
Oh, I got the keys.
Let's get out of here.
No.
Tell the nice people where they can find you.
The nice people can find me on Twitter at @ScottsFire, SCOTSFYRE, and on Facebook at Stacey Lennox.
And you can find me at GameOnJD on the Twitters. And you want to know out? As long as it's still a free country, wherever the hell I feel like going. Bar stools, alleyways, shady situations. Got the bulletproof vest on. Hey, Maryland, take a shot. You're done, fella. All right, let's do it. I'll see you Thursday.
I'm looking for you, you Occupy freaks with your glitter bombs. Bring it on! Bring on the glitter. Everything has changed. Everything has changed in the last few years. Conservatives used to take it, and we're not taking it anymore.
KLRN Radio has advertising rates available. We have rates to fit almost any budget. Contact us at advertising@klrnradio.com.
This is Slickery Trigger for Rebel Road Tactical. With proper care and feeding, your pistol will be ready when you need it. There to save your life. Shouldn't your gear be that good? Whether you need a holster for comfortable everyday carry or a tough-as-nails holster for your next training course, Rebel Road Tactical has what you need. Check us out on the web at rebelroadtactical.com.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-516-7602 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-516-7602 to take your call right now. Call 1-800-516-7602. That's 1-800-516-7602. Again, 1-800-516-7602.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.